The siege of Dorostolon, fought in 97 AD between the forces of the Kievan Rus and the Byzantine Empire. The Rus have invaded and have taken part of the Byzantine Empire, and now the Emperor John I leads a Byzantine army to retake his lands and expand the imperial borders back to their old luck. What's up, guys, and welcome back. We're here with a new sort of battle for you today. We have an Age of Charlemagne expanded battle here for you, which is a submod that expands. Obviously, Age of Charlemagne is kind of in the title, I guess. It has a load of new factions and new units. It's actually being created by one of my my subs, and one of the members of the Discord. He said, "Do you want to try and do a historical battle? Try and show off some of the units?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not? It sounds like a great idea." So we've got. Unfortunately, we don't actually have a Kievan Rus faction. I feel like that's something that needs to be added. To be honest, we've got to have Kievan Rus in there, some way or another. But it is obviously set around the Age of Charlemagne, so trying to be more accurate. So really, the Kievan Rus aren't really a thing at this point, but I feel like they should be in there if we're going to do Kievan Rus scenarios. But we have the Kingdom of the Danes that are representing one of the Rus armies here, which obviously the Rus are, you know, Viking, have Viking relations, so that makes sense. And then we have, I can't remember how to pronounce this other faction off the top of my head. I do apologize. It's like a Slavic faction, but they have Drazina, which is like a Russian sort of style unit, so that's pretty good. To be fair, in history, the Byzantines do win this one because there is actually a massive sally out by the I'm trying to the Rus. I was going to call them the Bulgars for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, by the Rus, and they actually they massacre them basically, and then the remaining troops inside the city do surrender. So it's a Byzantine victory, but we'll see what happens in today's battle. I'm kind of a bit worried, and balance power is way in our favor. It's a 3v2 in favor of the attackers. We have 3 Byzantine armies here. They're called the Theme of Sicily because it's the Byzantine faction that you get in Age of Charlemagne, or at least in this mod. But it's with a lot of like Byzantine style units. You've got the Scutitoi here. We've got Imperial Scutitoi in places, Imperial Archers. We've got Cataphracts as well. No sort of like axemen like Varangians, because it's before their time. In fact, they are the men that come from the Rus. Like the Varangians are Vikings that come from the Kievan Rus and then serve in the Imperial bodyguard, which is a very, very ironic thing to see. But yeah, you've got these big axes here. They're actually cutting down these Scutitoi, which is sad to see. We have got Imperial Scutitoi here. One of the things that the modder was saying was that the Byzantines pretty good field army, but in a siege not so great. The swords aren't actually like that great. Some of their units are not matched up, and yeah, we're seeing that already. Like big axes here are ripping through these Scutitoi like really quickly. This is a pretty brutal one. We actually have a naval landing as well taking place, so we have Marines for the Byzantines landing. Got some Levy Marines here. They are not looking like they're going to do too much against those big axes, that's for sure. We're going to need something a bit tougher than that. Got some Scutitoi Marines over here landing, which is cool to see. They look very, very nice as well. There is Cav inside, which could be very useful as well. Cav is going to be a massive factor, I feel like. In Attila, it can just rip through armies. We do have Theme Spearmen landing over here. So they're throwing up the lights first, but yeah, there's a lot of spears waiting over Drazina spears, and we've got artillery here as well. Oh my gosh. Like they are setting up a good defense here, but there's fire arrows coming in, so they need to be careful with their artillery that they don't just like lose it. They might just have it set on fire in a minute if they're not careful. I've got the Theme Horse Archers here trying to do just that, fire over the walls and just hit that artillery. Finally, things like these big axes are starting to die, but it's costing us a lot. I'm losing a lot of Scutitoi here in this fight. Like there's already a lot of dead Romans on this wall. I'll call them Romans or Byzantines, same thing. In my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinions. Some people will say, "Oh no, they're not." They are. The Byzantines call themselves Romans. But anyway, do let me know what you think of the mod. I'm quite enjoying it. I definitely would like to try and do some more. Maybe trying the Byzantines out in the field. I'd certainly would be, yeah, try and do some more. I do love this sort of like period. Oh my gosh, there's a little rear charge going on here from the big axes. They'll probably kill a lot of these. Yeah, look at that. They killed so many Scutitoi even with that just like weak ass charge. Like, well, not weak, but you know, like there's a lot, like very few of them. They're just ripping through these guys. Jeez. Just beheading every single one of these Scutitoi. They're losing decisively in the fight. Jeez. Okay. But yeah, I really do enjoy these sort of like Dark Age style mods. Dark Age is just an interesting period of history. You got like the rise of Islam. You got Charlemagne, obviously. You got the Byzantines holding on to what they have left of their empire, expanding in some areas, decreasing in others. It's really, really cool. These light spears here, they're gonna break, but they're doing okay. Killed 40 of those Slav raiders. Number wise, it's already looking a bit bad for the attackers. Already lost their advantage. Only have a 500-man advantage left, really. Imperial Scutatory spears in here, so this is like the elite spear unit that they have. It's not really elite, it's just trained. I don't think they actually have any like tier 3 units. They just have like tier 2s. Which is a shame because there's no way they're going to break through these elite units. How are the naval invasion going? Okay, so the naval invasion actually doesn't fall anything. They're actually being forced to now attack up this hill at Berserkers. So we got some nasty ass units waiting for like 80, and these units are all gold chevron. It's insane. I feel like they had a lot of money. It was something that we did bring up at the end. Like the amount of money that the defenders had and were able to spend didn't really actually counteract the disadvantage they were supposed to have. But yeah, we actually have a sally out now. Look at this. We have a sally out. We actually did get the historic sally out from the Rus, the Slavic faction here, selling out some missile cav, which I was perfectly happy to kill with these Excupadors, which is my general, and then we also have Cataphractor here. And I did bring a Naftoon unit. I brought Greek Fire Guardsmen, which is a 100-man Grenadier unit. That's insane. It's insane. See if we can get a better shot of them, but they are very, very cool. So I'm excited to see like these guys in action. Imagine bringing like 2 or 3 units of this. 300 Greek fire throwers. Insane. The skirmish cav now going after my archers, trying to do damage there. They probably will do some damage, unfortunately. I'm surprised that they might have them in their roster. I really can't remember, but I'm surprised that the Byzantines don't have crossbows. They don't have them available. Like the Romans have them in the base Attila. Surprised they don't just have them in that as well. Like in this mod. But maybe they do and just didn't bring them. We do have spears now capturing this gate to stop any more sally outs, but I think it's unlikely there's going to be any more of those. And you can see right now there is a brave Scutatory spear holding the line, holding back hordes of axemen. These men are dead men. At this point, I kind of have accepted that I'm probably not going to win my flank, but I've got to just delay the defenders as much as possible. I've got to just keep as many of these axemen here as possible. And to be fair, there's still always the Greek fire throwers. 100 men, you know, throwing grenades. I mean, it's 300 grenades. I think they have ammunition of 3. That's more than enough grenades to blow up all this axemen here and extra. So those grenadiers, they can still do some damage. We've got the Marines landing in here. Personally, I mean, I'm not saying it makes a cool idea for the scenario, but it's a shame they just didn't fight on the beaches, because I still think they would have killed these guys off. Like, a lot of these are levies anyway. But like, I don't like bringing Marines unless it's tactically going to work, because they're smaller units, 128 to like the 160 something. They're 160, and they're much like lighter. And just I feel like just less well armed. They're just not as good, but they are cheaper for that reason, I guess. It does pay off in a certain way. But yeah, in this scenario, it didn't really work because we couldn't tie down all the units at the walls and then just sneak these units in, which is what you kind of got to do with Marines. You got to try and sneak them in like that. But yeah, so you can see the Byzantines are just hitting these walls. I mean, this is just Axe Freeman. These are triple gold chevrons. These guys should be like pretty meh, but since they got gold chevrons, they're going to hold like solid infantry would. And also the watchtowers were a pain. And yeah, you kind of forget how good vanilla watchtowers are. I mean, to be fair, the Freemen are still losing. Scutatory Marines here with the support of archers killing off those Freemen, which is great to see. See the general actually charging in here as well. We've got a Skoloi Guard cavalry going in there.
Run from the enemy. This is shameful.
Getting some decent kills on the Herdmen. Berserkers have lost only 8 men. It's been pretty brutal, but I'm going to see if I can get some grenades off here. Here we go, grenades going in. They take a little, they have a timer almost. They actually like land and then they blow up. So I don't know if that's better or worse, but yeah, look at the devastation that happened there. Half that unit's gone. That's 2 units actually that were just destroyed. So I was like, yep, we're all for that. A few more grenades going off there, causing a bit of carnage. I've got my cabin. My general actually getting a bit close here to the axeman. I don't think I realized how close he was. These cataphractoi going to go slamming on into the axes here. Just going to try and kill off these bad boys. The Dzina here. Allies general's fallen. And there you go. Yeah, unfortunately the Skull-Eye Guard cavalry, he may have broken through, but he then ran into a load of Housecarls, a double-handed axe unit that just cut him down. That was pretty brutal. Unfortunately as well, one of our players did desync, so this whole army here just then started running through the choke point, and that's just an army gone. And at this point, it's kind of over. The Byzantines aren't going to be breaking through, but it's still a fun little like mod, and I'm quite enjoying it. I'll leave the link for it in the description if you want to go and check it out. I fully recommend it. If you have the Age of Charlemagne DLC, go and check it out. It's really worth it. And yeah, it's certainly, I feel like, certainly like more factions. That'd be great to add. I feel like you could almost do like more units as well, like different sort of style units, where you could import some assets from other mods. It'd be interesting to see what where he goes next with the mod. I would be quite interested to see, and like I said, like do some sieges and some other land battles with other factions. Just see what they're like balancing out, because I mean it seems like these Danish units are just really strong. They're really strong. My generals in here, these executors are doing okay. They look okay, like these units, but he's not like well mailed. I mean, I guess the mail's underneath him, but maybe, he did say it's just most of the units were trying to look historically accurate, so maybe that's historically how they looked. Maybe they had like a bit of a red tunic over the top. Not every guy was covered in mail. But I don't know. They're doing a good job though against these berserkers. They're losing. My Imperial Scutitoi on the walls are doing much better as well against the Axemen, but that's no surprise. They're just basic Axemen. Shame I couldn't bring more of these Imperials, but needed numbers. Needed the numbers. My my guardsmen over here, unfortunately because of pathfinding, just wanted to go through the gate, and I was like, oh screw it, fine. The axes over here, cutting through my Scutitoi spears, but I was like, just hold on. Let the cataphracts try and do some rear charges. I don't think it was a great rear charge, but it is what it is. You've got to try and do your best. And they're actually winning somehow. So, yeah, look at that combat even now. So they're doing okay. The executors got out of there as well. My general got archers now in here, just holding the line. So, yeah, it's looking a bit sad on my side at this point. Generally is across the front at this point in time. The cataphracts there charging off, trying to get one last hurrah against a Axeman unit as they charge in. And that'll be that cataphract unit cut down and killed. They don't even really look cataphracty. They could do maybe looking a bit more well armored, in my opinion. Like, they've got to be armored horses, armored men. That's what a cataphract is. So yeah, I feel like that model certainly could be worked on, and that's just my opinion. I'm just throwing out there. But yeah, it seems like they side out a little bit. These berserkers seem to come under control. They're now fighting the Scutitoi Marines, which are winning, in fact, the Scutitoi Marines. Good to see. The berserkers might be a little tired at this point. And we do have an artillery crew, actually. We've got a arty ship. What it's firing at, I'm not really sure. I think maybe at the big blob over here, maybe. It's getting angles on that, but I honestly don't know. I just shoot at the general that's over there. Like, maybe general sniping, yeah, but at this point, who cares? I mean, the balance powers are way in their favor. They have the advantage. Even with their, like, I feel like the elite units that they have, they could just, they wouldn't have to worry about morale. Here we go, more Marines going in. They're going to go after that general. I honestly don't think they'll do too much. They should have just focused the general down. He's a double-handed axe unit. Shoot him with the archers, he'll die pretty quickly.
Our general is dead.
There you go. I feel like my general's died there. He charged into a whole bunch of axes, just basically in one last hurrah, like the cataphracts, trying to slow stuff down. But unfortunately, yeah, my Greek fire guardsmen also got into combat, but they did actually manage to blow a few more guys up. And I'm gonna see whether I can try and throw the last grenades while I'm in combat. These guys are heavy infantry as well, so in combat they should actually do okay. Like, if they manage to damage the unit quite well, had that fighting, they could do quite well in combat. Yeah, it's I've got some archers now appearing as well. They're gonna try and save the day. I don't know, save my Nafatoons, but it's not gonna happen, I don't think. The NAF throwers down here, fighting and dying. An enemy general dead, though. So that's something. I think that's the Housecarls one's dead, yeah. I don't think it's going to make a difference. Like I said, the Dane morale's pretty high because they've got all those chevrons anyway. So it really doesn't mattering too much. And yeah, my last few units over here are starting to die. We captured the gates. So apparently they managed to what? Oh, no, the enemy have captured the gates. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, they're retaking their own gates.
The men are wavering.
And at this point, I was trying to remaneuver my guardsmen, see if I could throw some more of the Nafatoons off. And I do not. I instead just break. I'm just going to feed more kills. But there you go. That's basically the battle at this point. Dorostolon is going to stay in the hands of the Rus. May, in fact, force the Byzantine Emperor to come to the negotiating table and negotiate some sort of truce and give the city to the Rus. But we will see. It was a fun one, that's for sure. It certainly was something very different playing, and it was made it quite refreshing. Yeah, bit of a shame that obviously the Byzantines not a very infantry heavy faction actually. Kind of getting screwed over. Like I said, I think money was just a big thing that we should maybe not have done. Oh my gosh, some of these guys, Coronian nobles, I think they have bows on their back. They have swords and shields in hand and they have a bow. Oh my gosh, what an incredibly useful unit. I did not even realize that. I don't think I was fighting them. But yeah, I did not even realize that they could do that. Well, that just makes that unit much better. We've got valiant defeat there for the theme of Sicily. So we'll quickly end the results and have a quick look at end the battle and have a look at the end results. Like I said, I was playing as one of the theme of Sicily armies. Did okay. My infantry didn't do great. Like I said, it wasn't infantry is not the heavy point apparently of this faction, which I'm really surprised for Byzantines, honestly. Cav did pretty well, 152 kills. Archer's got 190, 105, some solid kills there. My Cataphracts getting 260 kills, and the Greek Fire Guardsmen, I mean, they had one volley left, and they already had got 173 kills, so I was doing well. Sachek's playing as another Byzantine army. Unfortunately did drop, but he was doing a pretty good job up until then. Got 135 kills with his Cataphractoi. What's he got here? His Scutatory Marines. Oh, he also had some Marine units. Okay, they got 86 kills. His Imperial guys getting 75, but yeah, nothing insane. And then we've got Fior here playing as Sicily, getting not much either. I mean, his his Marines and stuff all kind of just got murdered. His Levy Marines and stuff just got absolutely murked. 53 kills for these Scutatory here, and he had his own Guardsman that just got killed off quite quickly. 26 kills left. Eesh. Then we have Bane that was playing as the Obradite, so that's the faction that the other one I couldn't remember the name for. But 78 kills for these Grand Prince Drazina here. These are the ones all the Drazina units. Slav Raiders getting 129 kills. We got a Voloko Lackey unit getting 24 kills, and it's still healthy. My gosh, Drazina getting 115 kills. I mean, we killed a decent amount of them, but not them all. 151 with another there. All these Cav that side out, 52 is the best that he got, and then Cyrus playing as the Kingdom of the Danes, 120 kills as the Housecarl General. Berserker's getting 183 kills, 313 kills with this one, jeez. 113 kills with the Axeman, 104 with the big axes. Then we got Axe Herdman getting 123 kills, and 417 with the shield biters, jeez, they're insane. And then these Armored Archers getting 122 kills. Very nicely done. But there you go, guys. That is the Age of Charlemagne expanded mod for you, and also the Siege of Dorostolon. I hope you guys did enjoy. Do let me know what you think about the mod, and would you want to see more of it? And yeah, like I said, go and check it out if you're interested. Until then, guys, bye for now.